Hi guys, welcome to another Gyro Vikings Insane Angling Adventures. It's been some time, hasn't it? Been about September, October the last time I was out fishing. I've just been waiting for the cold months to be over with and come back out again, get some fishing done. As I say, I'm not really into winter cod fishing, sitting there in the freezing cold. So now it's April 15th. And I've decided to come out again to one of my favourite beaches. Seems I've got a lovely day for it. One of the first nice sunny days we've had in months. And I'm going to target flatfish, hopefully a bass. You never know, I might get a sea trout, anything really. I'd be over the moon if I just caught one little turbot, because they're fairly rare on our stretch of the coast along with bass. So I managed to catch one of them. Great stuff. So I arrived a little bit early. I've tried a little bit of lure fishing, but I've heard there's an odd bass about. Had no takes on the lures. The sea, it's not very rough today, so I haven't got high hopes of catching a big bass, or even a little one, to be honest. But we'll give it a go. I'm just out for the hell of it today, just get out and about, get some practice with the rods again, getting ready for the summer fishing. As I say, I've got two little rods out there, but the sea's not that rough, so I've just got some really small weights on, and I've got two hook flappers. I've got one rod baited up with just ragworm, hoping for a bass, flounders, turbot, and I've got another rod again with a two hook flapper and a small weight. This time I've got a little bit of ragworm on each hook and tipped off with a small, about an inch size square of mackerel, because in the past when I've been here I've only ever caught turbot when I've used ragworm and mackerel as a bait. We'll give that a go and hopefully we'll catch a few fish. Well, I say, absolutely brilliant to be back. I hope you're all glad to see us back. Absolutely spot on. But we'll see how we'll get on and I'll get back to you. So if I didn't already say, I'm on Camas Beach in Northumberland. Nice beach for catching flatfish and odd bass, turbot. I'm using really light gear today. I've got a rockfish, which is a 5 to 28 gram rod. Don't really need to cast very far here, so ideal. Well, I just had a cracking bite there. Must be a bass. Got to be. Hell of a bite there. So anyway, we'll bring it in. That was actually on ragworm and mackerel. So it could even be a sea trout. Get a bit closer to the water. Feel a bit weight there. If it's a flounder, I'll be disappointed. There we go. What have we got? Oh, it's a big flounder. Give a hell of a fight that. Bite that. Put the size up. There you go. Now that's a beauty. Just caught it in the side and all. One of the biggest flounders I've caught in a long while. Oh, I'd have swore that was going to be a bass. So yeah, there's that fish I've just brought in. What a beauty. Been a long time since I caught a flounder that big. Size that. They ripped me little rod off the rod stand. Now I really thought that was going to be a bass or a sea trout. Anyway, Lovely fish. Well, as I say, always say, happy days. I'm not who get it. Wasn't too badly hooked, that one actually. Beauty. It's a nice specimen flounder, that, off the beach. I'm not going to keep it though, but I'm sure it would make some nice fish fingers. And put it back. So yeah, so we'll put this one back. Should go back no problem. Really nice flounder that. Quite happy with that. Oh. There he goes, he's sitting in the sand, trying to bury himself. Again, I'm getting a few bites. Flounder again, don't know if you've seen that. Tapping way on the rod. Not having much luck with just ragworm. Seem to like the mackerel. So we'll hang on a bit, see if I can tempt this fish. See where it is. So again, I'm getting a few bites. Flounder again, I don't know if you've seen that. Tapping away on the rod. Not having much luck with just ragworm. Seem to like the mackerel. So we'll hang on a bit, see if I can tempt this fish. We'll see where it is. Move the bait a bit. Oh, a bit there, but I missed it. A bit there, but I missed it. It was too quick for me. I'm sure it'll still be around about in the same area. I caught it. Look at that flounder. Nice to catch something different today, but beggars can't be choosers. It's nice to catch a few fish when you've never been out in a while. Yeah, another flounder. Not as big as the last one, but happy days again. I say I've not been out for a while, and it's nice to actually catch a couple of fish on such a beautiful day. I'm sure you'll agree. Stunning day for it today. It's not red hot at the moment in the UK. Today I would say it's about 10 or 11 degrees. But as it gets into May and June, the weather will pick up. We'll get some hotter days, and that should bring some bigger and better fishing, especially off the rocks, which I'll be fishing very shortly, which will probably be in my next video. Somewhere I haven't been for a while, but I'll keep that one a bit secret between me and you. I'll keep that one secret for a little while, so you get a nice surprise when I put the video out. So yeah, again we'll put this fish back. The water's a little bit dirty today, so probably not going to really see it go. But we'll put him in, see what happens. Oh. Didn't see that wave coming, pinched it. But I've got a couple hours yet before I've got to go home. I'll be fishing into dusk and then calling it a day around about 8 PM. The time now is about 6 PM. Yeah, the daylight is getting longer and longer in the UK now, so we're getting more and more fishing time in the daytime. Yeah, so all I'm doing, I've got a 2-hook flapper rig, which you'll be able to see there, and I've got a 2-ounce grip lead. Bit of a dodgy one this, I've had it a few years. The only reason I'm using a grip lead today is my lines will keep crossing, and now I was getting tangles, so I'm using 2 rods. So I'll put a grip lead on just to keep the one rod in the same place, because there's a bit of tide out there, and the other one I've just got a normal lead on. We've got some cracking ragworm, as you can see. Bought these from Lenny's Tackle in South Shields. Beauties. So I'm just threading the worm up the hook. Hopefully you can see that. And then up the line. Up the line like that. Now on these rigs I've got what's called a bait stop. It just stops, when you cast out, it just stops your worm from sliding right the way up the line and off the hook. So there's the bait stop at the very top. These worms are in peat, which makes your hands a little bit dirty. But then again, some beauty worms there. Might get another session out of these yet. So I'm baiting up both hooks with a ragworm. Some people like to put smaller baits on so they can catch flounders and stuff, but I like a big bait, me. It's basically because I like to try and catch something unusual rather than just small flounders, which I might end up with today. But I always find out if I put a big bait on, or a bigger bait on, you'll pull out something a bit more unusual, like a decent bass or a nice sea trout. So yeah, then again I've got cubes of mackerel there which I've already cut up, and I'm not elasticating them on or anything. I'm just sticking the hook through the skin the once. Bit of a mess, but it doesn't matter. You often find the The white belly bit is the best bit of the mackerel for bait, shining in the sun, attracting the flounders and whatever fish. So that's my two baits. That's it, probably a lot larger than what some other people would put on who like to flounder fish and scratch for small fish. But I'm after that big one, hopefully. Big bait, big fish, they say. Here is a bit of a gully. If you look a bit further out, about 50-60 yards, you can see the waves breaking. That's a sandbank out there, and between myself, the dry land here, and the sandbank is a bit of a gully which is probably about 6 foot deep, easily capable of holding some nice fish. So I'm just whacking that out into the middle. That's that set. The grip lead should stop me bait from moving along it in the tide and getting tangled with my other rod. Well, I have had a good day today. Caught a few flatties, but time's getting on now, and all I seem to be catching at the moment is Mr. Harry McNab. Yes, all I'm catching at the moment is Mr. Harry McNab. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. Not too many fish, but after a good few months of sitting in the house and twiddling my fingers, I was desperate to get out today on a lovely day, as you've seen. So, as I say, it's not the best video I'll ever put out. We'll get some better ones a bit later in the year, that's for sure, especially when I get back on the rocks, which should be in a couple of weeks' time. Well, a couple of flounders though, wasn't too bad. I didn't blank, and one of them was a real beast, real big flatty, that. Well, probably one of the biggest ones I've ever caught, that. So there was a few other lads on the beach, hopefully they caught something. I didn't see much else being caught really, to be honest. Didn't see any bass or trout or anything like that, or even turbot. But on a beautiful day like today, well worth a go. And Northumberland, as you've seen, when the sun's out, it's a beautiful place. It's a bit pig and freezing at the minute though. It dropped from about 11 degrees down to about 5, so I did call it a day a little bit early, and you've seen I was just pulling in the odd crab, and my baits were getting stripped to bits for the last half an hour. So I thought, I'll go home, watch a bit of footy, have a few cans, probably a better idea. But you'll definitely see me again. I'll have another video in about 2 or 3 weeks time. This time it should be off the rocks. I'm hoping to go down to North Wales, so look forward to that one. So yeah, tight lines, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe, tell your friends about the channel. That would be brilliant. I'll be over the moon with that. So tight lines, get yourself out fishing, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks time.